Hello, how are you today? I'm Mr. Godfrey, like I said, or Teacher Godfrey, or Dr. G. And today I'll be presenting to um, children in primary school. My little nephew, Kamsi, asked me to make this video because he's in primary 5, and he asked me to make this video for him about on area of a rectangle and area and perimeter of a square. So this will be helpful, this video today will be helpful for all the children in upper primary, primary 4, primary 5, primary 6. So we call them year 4, year 5, year 6. Or some of those people who use grade in America, maybe grade 5, grade 6, and all that. So we are dealing with area and perimeter of plane shapes. So first, one of the plane shape to look at, it is the rectangle. So this is the rectangle. We all know what the rectangle looks like. A rectangle has a length, and this we call it the breadth, or we call it the width. So if you want to find the area of the rectangle, it is always length multiplied by the breadth or by the width. Length times the breadth or the width. Then, if you want to find the perimeter, perimeter simply means add all the sides. So I'm going to add the two lengths, length and length, and I'm going to add the two breadths, so breadth plus breadth. Now length plus length means two lengths, so we have two lengths. Then breadth plus the breadth means two breadth. Now if you look at the two length and the two breadth, 2 is common to both of them. So bring out the 2, then you have the length plus the breadth. So if you have to find the perimeter of a rectangle, add the length and the breadth together and multiply by 2. If you have to find the area, you multiply the length and the breadth. A quick one, let's look at a square. A square has all all sides equal. So this is the length, 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 length. The same thing, this is an example of maybe a shorter rectangle. So the area is still the same as length times the length, which will give us length square. Length raised to power 2 means length square. If I'm to find the perimeter, so adding all sides is length plus length plus length plus length. How many lengths do we have? 4 lengths. So 4 lengths is what we have for the area, or for the perimeter of a square. So let's take some questions here and see how that works. Okay, so let's take an example. So please take note of this. Let's take examples and see how this works. So I'm going to put up 2 shapes for a rectangle and a square. So we're able to find the area and perimeter of, so look at this rectangle. I've been asked to find the area of this rectangle. So this is 5 centimeters and this is 4 centimeters. I'm asked to find the area. So like I just said now, area will give us length times the breadth. It is 5 is the length, the width, which is the breadth, is 4, and that will give us 20. Now it is centimeters times centimeters. It will give us centimeter square, or square centimeters. That's what we have. Then if you have to find the perimeter simply means what? You are going to add the length and the breadth, which I gave you 2 bracket L plus B. So 2 multiplied by the length plus the breadth. So 2, length plus the breadth is 9, and 2 times 9 will give us 18 centimeters. So perimeter is just centimeters. There's no square because we're adding in centimeters. Is this clear? Good. Now let's take a question, another one for a square. Let's see a square. Let's see what happens to a square. Okay. Now this is the square. See, this is a square. The same question. I'm asked to find the what? Area. This is 7 centimeters. Area and perimeter. So the area here is going to be length times length. So the length here, they are all equal, 7, 7, 7, because the square has all sides equal. So 7 times 7, and that will give us 49 centimeter square. When you multiply centimeter by itself, you get centimeter square. Just the way you do for any number. Then perimeter. Perimeter is simply 4L, which is 4 times 7. L is 7, which will give us 28 centimeters. So 28 centimeters is the perimeter. Now, but there's one particular question that will always get children confused. Let us see what happens. When you are given the area and you are asked to find the perimeter, now look at this rectangle. They said, look at this rectangle. They gave us this rectangle. This is the rectangle. Okay? And this is 8 centimeters. Okay? They gave us here as W, as the width. And they gave us the area as 40 centimeters square. And what are we? They said find the what? The perimeter. Perimeter. We are asked to find the perimeter of this shape. So first thing you must know, let me tell you what you must do. You know area of a rectangle is is length times breadth. That means if I multiply this by this, I should get 40. As simple as that. So the first thing, I don't know my width. So if I'm multiplying to get something, the opposite must be done. The opposite of multiplication is division. So to get my width now, you just put your area here. Area is 40. What is the length? Is 8 times W. So 8 multiplied W will give me 40. So how do I get my W, which is the width? It is 40 divided by 8. That's all. 40 divided by 8 will give me what? Will give me 5 centimeters. So the width is 5 centimeters. That's all. So with that, I'm going to use that to get my what? To get my perimeter. So perimeter now, perimeter is what? Is 2 brackets length. What is the length? The length is 8 plus 5. That will give us 2 brackets. 8 plus 5 is 13. And 2 times 13 is 26 centimeters. So just divide the length or the width by the area. That will give you the other side. What happened? You use that to get the perimeter. Now look at this one. What if you are given the perimeter? What if you have a rectangle? I'm going to change this figure. I'm going to change this figure now. So I'm going to be given the this is the width. This is the length. I don't have the width, and they gave me perimeter. They gave me as 18 centimeters. So I'm asked to find the area. To find the area. So what do you do from here? Don't forget, perimeter is 2 multiplied by the length plus the width, or length plus the breadth. Now, children are like, okay, I don't know what to do here. Since I don't know, look at it. If you do perimeter is 18. This is what they gave us. 18 is perimeter. 2 is already there. What is our length? Length is 5 plus what? Plus the width. 5 plus the width cannot be added because you are not given any value there. What do? Divide the rectangle and the perimeter by 2. So 18 divided by 2. That will give us what? 9. Simple. Go and subtract the width. So I'm going to subtract the length. So the width will be 9 minus 5, so your width will give us what? Will give us 4. And if you check, 5 plus 4 is it not 9? And 9 times 2 should give us 18. So how to work with a rectangle when given the width or given the length. Divide that and you are given the perimeter. Divide the perimeter by 2. subtract whatever you are given, whether the width or the what, or the length. Then with this, we can get the area. Our area is length times breadth, which is what? 5 times 4. That will give us 20 centimeters square. I hope this is clear. On the rectangle, let's move on to square. Let's move on to square. I'm giving you some questions here on squares. Okay, the question on square. So we have a square. This is a square. Okay, and they gave us area as 81 centimeter square. Find the perimeter. Find the perimeter. You know that the area of a square is length times length, which is length square. So that means a number multiply itself gave us what? Gave us 81. So 81 equals length times length. So how do you get the length? What will be the length? Simply square root of 81. Because it is 9 times 9 that will give us 81. So square root of 81 will give us that. Then what is the perimeter? Perimeter is what? 4L. So 4 times what? 4 times 9, that will give us 36 centimeters. That's what happens. So you are supposed to get the length, and from that you are going to get your perimeter, and if you are given the area. Now the last one is that if this same square, let's say they change the figures, because this square we are seeing on the board is not to scale, so that's why you see me changing the figures. So if they said the perimeter here, perimeter of this square is what? Is 24 centimeters. Find the area. Find the area. You know that perimeter of the square is 4 multiplied by the length. So perimeter is 24. We don't know the length. So 24 equals 4L. How do you get your L? L becomes 24 divided by 4. What happened? You get 6. And if you check, 6 times 4 will give you 24. Then from there, what do you do? Area. Area will be what? Length times length, which is 6 times 6. That will give us 36 centimeters square. I hope this is clear. So this is how to find the what? This is how to find perimeter, area, and how to work in between to get whatever you are looking for. I hope this is clear. Kamsi, I hope this is clear. You guys should watch this and get me feedback. Please put your comments, put your opinions on the comment section. Let us see if this was helpful to your child. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.